What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Got for you today another review of Stranger Things Season 4, Episode 3, entitled, or I shouldn't say entitled, titled Chapter 3, The Monster and the Superhero. Man, this was a good episode. It's starting to heat up, and this episode does answer, at least for the most part. I won't say all the way, but it does answer the most part why Vecna, as they are calling him, is targeting people, or how he's targeting people. But before I get into it, I'd like to give you the synopsis. Hold on. Just maybe fix it a little bit. No, not too close. Yeah, okay. It says, Chapter 3, The Monster and the Superhero. Murray and Joyce fly to Alaska, and Elle faces serious consequences. Robin and Nancy dig up some dirt on Hawkins' demons. Dr. Owens delivers sobering news. So, this episode doesn't directly pick up from where last episode left off, but it does pick up with Dr. Owens, and we're basically we're seeing from his point of view how he gets involved in the situation. You know, he's seen by somebody, and they, you know, who's questioning him and his loyalties and about the whereabouts of L or number 11. It's basically implied that he was fired, and that they also suspect him of being like a mole. Like he's like, basically they suspect him of helping Jane because they don't believe she's dead, and they think while the local police think Eddie's the murderer, you know, they have a different suspect in mind. Then we pick up with Elle, and then we see the aftermath of her whole debacle at the skating ring. Then the kids get to see Murray. They realize Murray's in town, and basically things start to go out of control. You know, Joyce and Murray basically lied to the kids, and then we get to the serious consequences. Those consequences are somewhat seen in the trailer. If you don't know what those are, if you remember the trailer that they released, part of that is when you see 11 looking at Mike standing in the street as he watching her go off. That's a consequence right there. That was the consequences of her actions. So you could tell. So therefore, that should tell you what type of vehicle she was in. She was this is we see those consequences. They suspect, I think the girl basically pressed charges on her or whatever. We see Harper, and we get a more understanding of his plan. And his plan, which as the episode go on, you start to realize it's more convoluted than you think. Like, wow, there's a lot of moving parts to this. Like, a lot of things have to go right for you to for this to go right. You know, a lot of things have to go right. We see how his plan is unfolding, how he plans to escape and get out, and with the money that he promised the guard, Joyce would be for it, and why the guard wants the money and whatnot, so forth and so forth. This episode, just for context purposes, this episode, if you haven't watched it, it's only like an hour, and I think it's like an hour and 2 minutes. So the rest is not even that. I think the credits roll around the 50-minute mark. Not 50 minute, but like the 50, maybe the 56, 58 minute mark. So the rest is just the credits. But this is they're basically living up to the fact that all these episodes are basically an hour. All of them are hour long. So let's see. Did anything meaningful happen? Oh, I forgot to mention, what was that? Robin and Nancy. Robin and Nancy. Because Nancy has a hunch about Victor Creel, and they go to search for that, and they realize that her hunch is basically on point. Trying to figure out what else. Then you got Max and the Max, Steve, and Dustin. They go around now. They're Darely, and Darely is what explains how Vecna is targeting his victims, and that there's a reason for everything, for the headaches and some other stuff that we haven't been privy to. So in all, this it ends with a cliffhanger too. Well, not it's a little bit of cliffhanger. I was right in the fact that if you see my previous review video, I don't know if I said this in my previous review video, but it looked like if I did or didn't, basically my guess was that this video was going to end with Max being the next target and going to Dear Billy. And because they made it pretty obvious that Dear Billy, he was haunting her. And I was right for the most part. So this episode was good. The 3 episodes in, I can say that episodes 2 and 3 are obviously, because 1 was just all about the setup and setting up the story, but 2 and 3 is pretty much the same. 3 is not better than 2 or 1, but they pretty much the same. So therefore, my rating is the same for this one as I gave the last one, which is a 9 out of 10. Big ups, just because this was pretty good. Nothing perfect, nothing yet, because they still building up. They still, getting the story ready for the bigger hits. So therefore, hey, that's all I got. And if you enjoyed this video, you hit that button right there in the upper right corner for all of my review videos. And if you enjoyed the video so much you want to support the channel, all you gotta do is hit that like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button, do all those great things. Oh, also hit that thanks button, and if you want to see the full reaction to this episode, it will be up in my members area. So hit that join button, become a super try member. And as always, hit any one of these videos for more of my amazing content, but don't go anywhere. Got that Superman and Lois review coming up, and some more Stranger Things reactions. So peace out, love you guys, see you in the next one.